Hi, welcome to Strength Project. I'm Sam Tribble, and today we're going to show you a few tips to complement some of the handstand videos that you've been watching on Strength Project. Now, in some of those earlier segments, we talked about getting your core strength and your stomach strong. We also talked about upper body and arm strength. So today we're going to put that to use in helping you learn your headstand that progresses up to your handstand. Now, when learning the handstand, it's crucial that you learn a headstand first. It's a great progression to learn stability in the handstand. Why? Because when you're learning a handstand just on two hands and not using your head, obviously that's less stable. You have to have much greater balance. And most people lose it in their body position. So we talked a lot about having our core strength and keeping a nice straight body. Well, those are the things that you get to practice upside down before you actually get the handstand. Now, a real basic step in learning a handstand, but this is often overlooked because people want to jump right into working and trying that handstand. There's nothing wrong with that if you're confident, but a nice easy way to start is by learning what we call a tripod, and that is using your head and hands to find balance. And we're going to start off very basic and using 3 points of support and also using our knees on our elbows to balance, okay? So I'm going to use this line here as a reference point. This is where my hands would be. I'd open up my hands nice and large, fingers forward so I can push against the ground. My head is going to go in front of my hands so it makes a triangle. So that's going to give me support. If my head is in the center and everything is in line, I'm going to fall over. So I'm going to make sure my head's out here, somewhere about on my forehead, and I start in a squat support position. Okay? So I'm putting my head on the ground. If I start in a squat support, it makes it easy for me to balance my knees on my elbows. So this is the position I'm looking for, and this is a great position because it keeps my hips tucked under, so I'm not in an arch position. Now, once you get that tripod, you'll want to start to open that up to the headstand position. In an earlier video, Arash talked about learning how to roll and fall properly when you're practicing your handstand. So I would take a look back at some of those videos just so you're comfortable falling, because falling is definitely a part of learning any skill. I find my tripod, balance, and then work on straightening either one leg at a time or just taking my knees off of my elbows and balancing here. And once I can do that, I want to start to straighten this up towards the headstand. Now, once you've had some success holding your headstand position by bringing your knees off of your elbows, you'll want to see if you can achieve that position, first a tuck and then the headstand without using your elbows at all, so you're creating more balance and stability. I place my hands, my head goes in front, I push against the ground, lifting my feet off to a tuck, and then I straighten that tuck to my headstand position. Once you're able to hold the headstand position by doing what we call a press to the headstand, which is what I just showed you, I'm going to encourage you to work on your shoulder strength, and you're going to do that by tucking and extending the legs up and pushing off of your head slightly and stepping out. Now, there's varying degrees of this. You can push it all the way to the handstand, but just for now, we're going to see if we can create a little bit of lift off of our head using momentum from our legs. So I'm going to show that to you now. My headstand, I place my head on the ground and I press it off. There's my headstand. I'm going to tuck and extend and see if I can do a little timing where I extend and push. So that's going to give you the type of control you're looking for when you start to work your handstand and having the confidence to know that you're not going to land on your head. I know Arash had mentioned that earlier, and so this is one of the things that we can do to help gain strength and work and progress slowly to a nice, strong, confident, solid handstand. Now, the headstand that we've just been showing you is really important because it allows you to work on your balance and your body alignment while you're upside down. And by using your head, it's a little bit easier to hold. And you're actually using your own body to balance rather than always using a wall. Now, when you do the handstand, your hand's placed on the ground, so obviously you're going to have a lot better balance. Most people can't sustain that position when they're learning long enough to actually apply some of their technique. But you can apply the correct technique in the headstand and then transfer it to your handstand. So those are some tips from Strength Project to teach you how to take that headstand and how it relates right up to the handstand. In our next segment, we'll talk more about body alignment, head position, and hand placement when learning your handstand. I'm Sam Tribble with Strength Project. Thanks for joining us.